Woo! Welcome back to Plant Powered Barefoot Brent. Here we are in the forest, me and my girl. And no, I'm not barefoot because it's cold. I did manage to get my shoes off earlier, but I didn't bring my phone. Oh well, stuff happens. So today I wanted to talk to you about being an ascended master. I used to be an ass-ended disaster. Now I'm realizing my ascended mastery. Every master was once a disaster. What happens is you have to drag yourself through the mud and come out the other side. Most people just stay in the mud. I was in the mud for a long time, but once you get to the other side, you can't go back. You'll never go back. You'd never want to go back. You just feel too good. And mastery is just mastering yourself. It's mastering your emotions, mastering your feelings, and becoming somebody that's not reactionary, that's responsive, and that's responsible. Because most people are in reaction, and people expect you to react, especially when they say stuff that they think will push your buttons, because they expect you to be who you are, especially your family, because your family's created your buttons, and they think that they can say certain things that'll set you off. But when you've reached the level of mastery that I've reached, it doesn't bother you anymore, because you know that that's what they're after. They're trying to get you angry. They're trying to drag you down, because if you're down, then you're at their level. And if you're at their level, then they can fight with you. But when you're at the ascended mastery level, there's nothing they can do, because you're calm, cool, and collective no matter what they throw at you, no how much they swear, no matter how much they accuse you of things, because you know the truth. You know the truth. You've been there. You've lived it, and you're here to shed light on what's wrong and what's right. Ooh, I like that. That might go into a poem. But that's what it's about, right? Is about shedding the light and telling your story, sharing your story. I've been sharing my story openly, and telling about my indiscretions and about my addictions and all of the stuff that I did. I wasn't a good person, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that I was an asshole because I didn't know the difference. Now that I've gotten to the level where I'm at, because I take care of myself, I spend time in nature, and I ground, and I eat good, and I'm responsible for my actions, and I'm not a reactive person anymore, ever. It doesn't. If stuff happens, if stuff goes sideways, I'm always like, new lesson, new lesson, and I see everyone as a teacher. I don't see anybody as an asshole or a bitch, which is the terminology that I used to use many years ago. But now I just see everybody as a teacher, and they're all here to teach me something. And most of the time, it's patience. It's always the tough one. But especially with your family, right? Like the hard part for me was my mom, because she's my mom, and I'm her only kid. Well, she gave up a kid 10 years before me for adoption, but we've never met. So as far as, I don't know if he's still alive. But that's here nor there. I'm her only child, and she wouldn't put me on her call lists in the hospital in case stuff went wrong. It goes wrong. She wouldn't make me her power of attorney. She doesn't want me in her life. I spent 5 weeks with her before I came to Mexico, and I offered to live with her, to give her assistance as she's aging. She wasn't interested. I offered to live close, to be there in case she needed me. She wasn't interested. I offered to help her get some help. She wasn't interested. I offered to get her into assisted living. She wasn't interested. I offered to move her to my cousins. She wasn't interested. I offered to move her to my aunts. She wasn't interested. And then I offered her to move to Mexico with me. And I've offered that repeatedly. But she's not interested. She doesn't want my help. She doesn't want, because I represent something she doesn't enjoy. joy. My mom's addicted to her story when her story's about being miserable and about everything going wrong all the time. And that's because she's always on pills and always drinking and smoking cigarettes and watching television and not getting exercise, not being in nature. We're polar opposites. We're the same in many ways, but we're polar opposites too, because I've changed. She's showed me how not to live my life. I have many examples of that in my family, but we won't get into all of those. My mom is my greatest teacher and my best friend, and I wish her well, but I had to let her go in order for me to become my ascended master. I had to let go of those people that don't feed my soul, because they want to drag you down, and that's all they want. They just want you to be miserable because they are, and so if you are, then that doesn't make them uncomfortable, and they're comfortably numb, as Pink Floyd said so well. And that's where they are. That's okay. Not everybody here is here to become an ascended master. They all are ascended masters, but they're not here to gain it in this lifetime. A lot of them are just here to be teachers. There's very few of us that are here to evolve consciousness. And that's why, because it's not supposed to be an easy thing. And so we're here to learn from them. They're to teach us. And I got some good teachers in my life. Wow, some great teachers. And that's what has allowed me to be the man I am, the ascended master that I am, so that I can share my story openly without feeling. I've forgiven myself, and I've forgiven everybody involved. We've all done our part, and now it's time for me to shine my light. I love all of them, and I appreciate them, no matter what, unconditionally, no matter how they feel about me, and most of them don't like me at all. I'm sure some of them want me dead, but I'm too powerful for that, so they don't have that power over me. And you have to be in a healthy, happy, harmonious state in order to get past that, and I have. So they can't affect me. Their negativity is not part of my life. I don't endure it. I allow myself to move forward and keep moving on. Keep on keeping on, and keep being the best version of myself. Keep sharing my story. Keep telling my truths, and not showing up. Society has a definition of success, and I'm definitely not that definition by any means. Because it means of having a family and a home and money and cars and all of these things, which I don't have. Most of my family's gone because they don't appreciate who I am, and so I've done the work on myself. And for me, success is self-mastery, and so I feel very successful in my life, even though in our societal terms I'm a bum, or by how most people look at you, and it's because of money, right? And but for me, that's not what it's about. It's about joy, the Yeshua of you. And I've accomplished that, because nothing can bring me down. Doesn't matter. Can't be the weather. Can't be the mold in the home. It can't be my family. It can't be circumstances. It's impossible. They can't take me down, and they keep trying and trying and trying. I just smile my way through it and laugh and go, more lessons. Thank you, God. More lessons. Yeah, and I love the lessons. I love to learn. So I'm here to learn. I'm a student. I'm a student of the universe that's here to embrace the the joy of life, and to teach that that's what it's about. It's about being above circumstances, and not letting anything get to you, because that's what people want to do. They want to push your buttons. They try so hard. I want to make this guy mad. If I can make him mad, then I win. Well, that's most people, and this is one of my favorite things I like to say. Is it more important to be right or to be happy? And most people prefer to be right, but I'm weird. I prefer to be happy because there is no right or wrong for me. It's just everything just is, and everything's just people are teachers, and lessons are lessons. And so I'm here to embody my truth, to live a joy-filled life with my girl, because she's always happy. She doesn't know what unhappy is. She's not. That doesn't fit into her frame of mind. She's like, let's play, let's have belly rubs, let's go into the woods. She's never in a state of, well, I don't think this is a good idea. And she never tries to bring me down. She always tries to elevate me. And so that's why we're best buddies. And I thank God for bringing her to me, because she's been my best teacher. She's my unconditional love teacher, and she's the one that's brought me to this state of self-mastery, because I realized that without her, we're a team, and I've been alone for a long time, and so it's been very nice for me. It's almost, well, we've been together for 3 years now, and we've had our times. Yeah, we've had our times. And I've been celibate for 15 years. When we first started being together, we got people up here. I'll just finish the video before we catch up with them. When we first started hanging out, I treated her like all of the girls that I used to date. I put her on a pedestal, and then I expected her to show up and to change my life and to be my savior instead of being myself. But there she is. Hey, pumpkin. Yeah, but now it's different. We're best friends. So once again, if you like what I'm doing, please like this video. I appreciate Wild Hearts. I love you. Subscriptions warm my heart. Sharing is caring. If you know anybody that can use this this content, and and comments make me smile. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Ah, woo!